Have you ever imagined an entire planet made of chewing gum, where everything bounces and stretches? This story hides a great moral you'll discover right at the end. In the galaxy of Dulcitronia floated Glop, a pink and sticky planet, where the mountains were made of mint and the rivers of bubbly strawberry. There lived Nino, a talking gum bubble shaped like a star, who dreamed of becoming something more than just a simple bubble. Nino was curious, bouncy, and always sticky. He could stretch as much as he wanted, but what he longed for most was to fly beyond the planet. "I want to explore the universe," he said as he bounced between gumdrop trees and candy grasslands that crunched under his feet. His best friend was Crispita, a lollipop with a blue bow and a sweet temperament. She always warned him, "Space isn't as tasty as it is here." But Nino insisted. He built a giant inflatable balloon using bits of old gum he collected from the fluffy clouds up north. One morning, with a brave leap, he launched himself into the intergalactic void, bouncing between cotton stars and chocolate-flavored asteroids. At first, everything was exciting. The stars greeted him, and the comets pushed him like invisible swings. But soon he discovered that outside Glop, things were cold, hard, and flavorless. There was no sweetness, no games, no bouncing laughter. He landed on the planet Ciborium, a gray, colorless rock inhabited by the biters, serious creatures who hated anything chewable. "A walking gum? Unacceptable," said the biters when they saw Nino. They locked him in a box so he wouldn't infect their planet. Nino tried to stretch to escape, but the dry air made him stiff. His body was no longer elastic, only brittle and painful. "Why didn't I listen to Crispita?" he thought, as a sugary tear rolled down his chewy cheek. That night, in the salty cube prison, Nino met someone unexpected, a shiny rock named Zep, who knew how to tell jokes. Zep told him, "The only way out is bouncing with joy. Biters fear laughter more than they fear sugar." So, Nino inflated his spirit and began telling ridiculous stories about mountains that melted from laughter and trees that sang reggaeton. Zep laughed out loud. The walls trembled. The cells loosened. And one biter started laughing. Something never seen on that planet. When the others heard Nino's jokes, the whole planet began to vibrate with laughter. Cracks opened like shattered candy. Nino took advantage of the chaos to stretch one last time and escape with Zep, launched by a laugh so strong it hurled them into space. They flew through constellations and galaxies until a jelly meteor caught them and gently dropped them back on Glop. Crispita was waiting with a shiny tear and a hug that wrapped them in flavor, relief, and melted love. Nino had changed. He no longer just wanted to leave Glop, now he wanted to improve it, make others laugh, and keep them from making his mistake. With Zep and Crispita, he founded the first school of traveling flavors, where Glop's children learned about the universe, without needing to flee. Every day they taught how to stretch without breaking, how to laugh without hurting, and how to value the sweet ground beneath their feet. Nino became an elastic hero, not for having left, but for coming back knowing what truly matters. Sometimes, at dusk, he could be seen telling tales of dry planets and giggling biters under the dancing mint trees. Zep, from his crystal cottage, recorded every story and launched them into space so no planet would forget how to laugh. Crispita, sweeter than ever, organized laughter festivals every new moon, with fireworks made of blown-up gum. And so, among colors, flavors, and laughter, Glop became the most visited planet by travelers from across the galaxy. Moral: sometimes what you're looking for outside is already inside you, but you have to lose it to learn to value it. See you very soon with more magical tales that will make your imagination fly and touch your heart in every adventure.